This is one of the new exotics that you can get for your warlock in the final shape. We're going to do a breakdown of just how powerful and how potent it is, because it actually has some really unique capabilities and can really help you lean into the healer build fantasy if that's what you're into. And even if you're not into that, sometimes it's good to have a person on your team that's just spec'd into all heals. We're going to break all of this down here. So it's called Speaker's Sight. Okay, I got it from doing the campaign at the end there. And we got the Lost Voice. Healing grenades spawn a restorative turret. Okay, so you can see here, if I throw my healing nade out here, it's going to send a turret to my teammate and it's going to give them restoration. Now, if we stand next to each other, we can actually both get affected by this. And what you could do is have your entire fire team, like if you're in a raid, for example, all 6 of you could be getting restoration constantly procced over and over again, as you can see there on the 3-second timer. So this is really, really powerful. As long as you're within proximity to each other, it does have an AoE effect to it. It ordinarily just tracks to the nearest target, though, so be mindful of that, that if you're not standing near your teammates, it's just going to track to you and give you restoration, or track to your teammates. Be mindful of that. And then we have healing allies occasionally spawns an orb of power. So as you can see there, each time it constantly shoots the little restorative turret towards my teammate, once in a while it will create an orb of power. And there's a lot more you can do to lean into that healer build, that healer fantasy type of play style if you're really interested in that. And myself personally, sometimes when I do these raid carries, I want someone on this, so that way makes their life easier. They don't have to do big DPS, they can just heal me, heal the teammates, and everything. So we'll talk a little bit about that. So first up, of course, you're throwing your healing nade. It's going to make the turret. There's nothing we can really do to buff that. We have healing allies occasionally spawns an orb of power. When you get your orb of power, there's some really powerful things in the seasonal artifact. We have radiant orbs. So if you have solar or prismatic equipped, by picking up an orb of power, it'll make you radiant. So from that orb, you can become radiant then. And on top of that, if you look in your prismatic subclass, once you've unlocked some of these fragments here, you notice there's one here that's really powerful, which is picking up an orb of power grants you, in this situation, restoration. And so it's based on the type of super you have. Since I have a solar super on, I'm going to get restoration when I pick up an orb. So I get restoration and radiant instantly from picking up that orb. And that's really nice for myself. And all I had to do was throw my healing nade. It heals myself, heals my teammates. That's excellent. We could also lean into this healer fantasy with these exotic here. We have Lumina. I'm sure most of you have already seen how powerful Lumina can be. Getting kills with it gives you noble rounds, buffs your teammates damage by 35%, and heals them as well. So this is really, really good. And if you don't want to use Lumina, you want to check out one of these new weapons. We have No Hesitation here, auto rifle that just dropped. And it's got this new support frame, which basically makes it so if you shoot enemies, you'll build up the charge, and then you can shoot your teammates, and it will give you restoration as well. You could really, really lean into the healer fantasy with one of these 2 weapons. I wouldn't recommend both, because that's rocking double primaries, and it's totally not necessary, but one or the other will do really, really good for you. Probably Lumina being the stronger one, but No Hesitation can definitely be fun. Just spraying your teammates with this. We've got this new perk, Strategist here. Final blows of this weapon generate class ability energy, and activating your class ability briefly improves this weapon's stability, which could even lean into more heals if we have Healing Rift on right here. It's always really nice, or heals for yourself with Phoenix Dive. You can have just absolutely insane survivability. On top of that, there is a perk in the second column right here. We have Circle of Life. Rapidly healing allies grants this weapon a period of increased damage. So now you're healing your teammates, your weapon's doing more damage. You're using this weapon to clear ads so you can heal your teammates even more. You can see how the synergy is really nice. On top of that, of course, just putting on a Siphon mod that's going to match either your kinetic weapon or your whatever your primary ammo weapon is. Putting that Siphon on is going to allow you to make orbs, and those orbs will also heal your teammates if they're rocking things on their boots like recuperation. And so this is just the start. I'm creating an entire healer build here very soon, and it'll just be spec'd into just, I want to heal my teammates. I want to keep them alive at all costs. And you can see the fantasy is coming alive here with this new exotic and with the prismatic subclass. So things are getting pretty fun with this. I'll totally finish this build later on, but I wanted to bring you a little PSA and show you what the new exotic is like and how powerful it is. I think it's definitely really good, and I think it's a lot of fun. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed. Smash the like button. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.